February 21st.
Thanks. Any written comments for or against?
No, sir.
Awesome. Chelsea?
Okay, so for next fiscal year, the city has a proposed tax levy of 10.39272. The Iowa State Legislature passed this bill last year in 2019 that said if a city was going to exceed more than a 2% increase of all of their levies, not including the debt service levy, we had to have an additional public hearing. So the proposed increase for next year is, the published increase was 12.53%, which was the required publishing that you all may have saw. However, we have actually been able to lower that to 10.99%. Tonight, I'm asking the City Council to approve the 12.53% increase. A lot of that can be attributed to the statewide assessments that were completed last year, as well as any new valuations coming on board in the year 2018. So, does anybody have any questions on this topic?
What is the actual millage rate now, and what are we going to?
The actual millage rate for fiscal year 20 is 9.91277.
Okay, 9.9.
Yep.
9.9 was the
Okay, we're going up to.
Did you fall off when you started?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going up
Just give me
to.
a phone. I wouldn't know what all of them.
We're going up to 10.39. So it's a 48-cent increase for the levy rate. And that is for the new issuing of general obligation, the street project.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments for Chelsea?
I appreciate that explanation. I think as someone who's been critical of some of the impacts that we've had with, see the form on here, and I appreciate kind of Chelsea walking through what you may see here on the form, just a different with that legislation that she referenced. But I mean, it is unfortunate that our rate increased when the assessed values also did for most folks. Well, I think for everybody to varying degrees, but I think through the budgeting process, which again, I can't commend Chelsea in particular, but staff as a whole this year was so much more. It was more. It was better. It was better focused. And appreciate the approach. Ultimately, I think most people care about the result, and the result is an increase, which obviously isn't said. But I think it does make a lot of sense that it goes very directly to the street project that benefits the folks that I think get most in that regard. Like I said, it is unfortunate that it comes on top of the assessment, which we had nothing to do, but the calculation of that. I feel very good that our budget is well thought out and a good plan to kick off here.
Yeah, I like what you said. Unfortunately, we have to pay for it now. We don't have local option sales tax. So, but the good news is there's definitely increased traffic in those places where the streets are the worst because of growth. And now we have to come up with a way to pay for it because those streets are in terrible shape. Mike has talked about it many times about how hard it's getting them to remove snow and everything. Someday the snow plows will be scraping up more asphalt than they are snow if we don't get something done. So it's unfortunate, but it has to be done.
So I'm asking the council to approve a maximum property tax levy of 8.74781.
Any other questions, comments from the council?
I guess the only other thing is real quick, and we already talked about this, and I'm telling you, people that aren't going to be benefactors of it, but it's a lot of the same materials that you guys put together for our budget book. We use as marketing for those folks that aren't watching this meeting. Pay attention to these meetings on where their property taxes go and what it's allocated for. I think well, sir, what's worth, but and a lot of it you've already done, but I think is good information. Our responsibility is to put it out there and people can use it. But
Is anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the proposed property tax levy rate? Hearing none or seeing none, I need a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
second,
Roll call.
Sarchet?
yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item is resolution 2020-22 approving a maximum property tax levy rate. Motion. So moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Vogel? Yes. DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Motion carries. It's time again to close the regular meeting and open a public hearing on the proposal to enter into a general obligation loan agreement and borrow money thereunder in principal amount not to exceed $2.6 million. Ask clerk when the notice is published.
February 28th?
Any written comments for or against?
No, sir.
Your turn again.
We are issuing new debt not to exceed $2.6 million. This is for a street overlay project. Estimated total cost of the project is $2.8 million. However, we will be using some cash to pay down that loan. This would be a 48-cent increase on the city's overall levy. We would pay this back over a period of 15 years.
Questions, comments, concerns from the council? Anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against proposal? Hearing none, seeing none, I need a motion to close public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
Second?
Roll call.
Vogel? Yes. DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Motion carries. Next item, resolution 2020-23, authorizing general obligation loan agreement for the future issuance of general obligation bonds and providing for the levy of taxes to pay the same. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Vogel? Yes. DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item is public comments. The time and place for comments on any items other than those that were in a public hearing. Wish to speak, please come to the podium, state your name. Anyone in the audience wish to be heard? Hearing none, seeing none, moving on to consent agenda. I need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second. Questions, discussion? Roll call, please.
DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes.
Motion carries. Next item is business items. Item A, first reading of ordinance 2020-300, amending sewer rates. Jill?
Okay, let's start
Start.
this topic.
Hey.
So, to clarify from the last council meeting, I consolidated the incorrect amounts together on the sewer bills. So, Rock Creek is being moved from a fixed rate to based off of usage. So, we are going to incorporate Rock Creek into the usage fee, not the availability fee. Does the council have questions on that? So the proposed increase that the council had agreed to would have a availability fee of $17.03, and usage would be $11.35 per 1,000 gallons used.
Questions, comments, concerns, or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution ordinance 2023.
Second?
Discussion, questions? Roll call, please.
Vogel? Yes. DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item, Snyder and Associates invoice for January 2020 services in the amount of $18,879.50. Motion, please. So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Vogel?
Yes.
DeVore?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Walters?
Motion carries. Next item is report in particulars. Does any staff have anything that coming on? Anyone? Council? Start down.
Thanks again for everyone in the budget process, for Chelsea and Lindsay on what they put together, for department heads, for staying conservative to the extent you can, but speaking up for your critical needs. And to council, I know it's never easy to go forward with an increase, but I think we are doing what's best interest of our citizens here. So, yeah, thanks, everybody. It was a great process, and we landed in the right spot.
I agree. I think we're going to get into a pattern now that our budgets will be handled the same annually, and I think that, yeah, we have an increase in taxes which nobody likes, but it's something that benefits everyone.
Yeah, a couple things. So on the 29th, we had, I don't think I mentioned this before the meeting, which we probably should have, but I want to thank everybody that was involved. Focus sessions for the community visioning project, and we got some information back today. I didn't get a chance to go through a ton of it, but I think anytime that we have the opportunity to connect in a research project approach like that, hear from hopefully some different folks. I know we've got the Vogel kids who are in every city publication
Just
involved again, but there are some new opinions too in there. But it was a really good day, I think. Really liked the approach that Iowa State uses with talking to what they call elderly, the right term?
Wives.
Well,
We'll go with that.
Ron's group, we'll call it. Parents with kids, parents with younger kids, disabled, that's the right term. But the different groups and a lot of good ideas, a lot of good discussion on things coming out of that. So I appreciate all the time that went in there. Also excited to have Jason start next week as the Parks and Rec director. And then one other note, so I know we're going to be talking on this, but just to say publicly, I think last week was a good week, certainly for the school that the bond issue passed. It was a need, and some what I would consider misstatements on the financial impacts and some of the marketing notwithstanding around that. It definitely was a need, and so I do think with that area, it kind of puts us on notice to move what we have the capabilities to do out there as well, so we can work with what the school is doing and not have potentially two projects that are next to each other that have grown up in cycles that have been developed in conjunction. So that we recognize that's happened and to move forward. So
I have nothing.
A couple quick things for me to piggyback on Rob's last conversation. So, back in 2016, when we tried pushing forth a referendum, and it failed, and we kind of pulled ourselves up and kept going. And so I want to thank Dan Mark particularly for his help with that. He and I started working on that a long time ago, 2016, 2017, started working on how this could potentially work. Lots of phone calls, lots of conversations, lots of meetings, and then working with the school board too to get to that point. And the fact that they were able to put that referendum out, definitely with the rate that it was able to pass with, was a good message, and was excited to talk to him the day after the referendum. The other thing, we had a ribbon cutting a week ago, Saturday, and if you've not stopped into the new, his name Polk City Liquors, but Manish is his name. And if you ever want to meet the happiest guy on the planet, stop in and see Manish. That guy genuinely is, he just made me a happier person on that Saturday for other reasons, but because I was in to see him. No, just a super nice guy. But welcome him to town. I know that he's excited to get everything going, and to Bridget for your work leading up to getting him here and your investigations and going out, making sure that everything was good. So good job out of you. Anyway, that's all I have. Next item, closed session. I need a motion to go into closed session.
So,
Second?
Roll.
Vogel,
Yes.
DeVore,
Yes.
Anderson,
yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes. Takes 5 minutes. Who do we need? Amy?
Yep.
Amy?
These guys, I feel like I wrote memos. It was like it went by really fast.
Good job. Yeah.
You must have done a really great job there.
Yeah.